Welcome to the Zen Zone. Zenly here, one of the few surviving EUC content creators left that does more than just review wheels. There's Ronan, who makes the best reviews, hands down, I think, but he doesn't do much more than that. Wrong Way is left. Chooch, where's he at? Ustride doesn't make videos anymore. I haven't seen a video from EUC Vibes in a long time. Go George, he bought one of the worst EUCs in the world and then retired after that. Who else? V got hurt by a car, hit by a car. Shibby doesn't really make content anymore. He got hurt really bad. He's still active though. Who else? Who else? Which content creators have survived and are trying to bring you some new form of content? Yeah. So I promised a tier list. I'm going to go through each. If you're a new EUC rider and you're looking to buy EUC, I'm going to help you out. These are my opinions, and I'm not ranking these by their time. Like some of these EUCs were S tier EUCs in their time, but now they're not even close, right? Because they've been outdated and there's no reason to pay full price for an EUC like this, in my opinion. We're actually going to be using the eWheels website. I think it's the most organized. And then also Alien Rides. Both of these websites, I feel like, man, just aren't embracing. Look at how freaking sweet my website is, man. And this was my first website ever, well, second website I ever built. It's freaking way cooler, right? Yeah, so these websites, for these being futuristic and cool, they're just kind of just your basic marketplaces, right? Especially Alien Rides. Theirs is the worst. For being Alien Rides, he's a content creator. He's another content creator that doesn't create content anymore. Alien Rides, and he's the one that kind of helped build everything, man. It's like all these great content creators, they start making money, or they just, I don't know. First, being a content creator, you're on the front lines. It's like me when I was in the army. I was an infantryman. That's a frontline soldier. As a content creator, as a racer, you are on the front line. You are the one breaking the bones. You're the one spending money on cameras and wheels, and yeah, mostly paying for it out of your own pocket. So not a good way to live, really. Very dangerous way to live. And I think that's why Chooch and Wrong Way and all these EUC creators, Ronan is a survivor, man. He is a warrior. I love the name too, Ronan. He's like Zenly, the Zen Ronin Japanese vibe. Anyways, Japan is the one place where you can't even really ride a EUC, unfortunately. Could you imagine riding through the streets of Tokyo? Oh man, that'd be amazing. That's my dream. If anybody wants to sponsor me to do that, I will go to Tokyo, ship me, and find a way to get an EUC, and try to find a way not to go to jail, and make some video. A show did that, but he got caught like a punk. I would not get caught. I would have it all planned out. All right, Extreme Bull Commander, $2,400. This is a 3,600, so it has a lot of range. We had a guy that had one here. I rode it quite a bit. It just scrapes pedals too much. You can't really do tight turns with it. I would not pay this much for it. I would pay, if I saw a brand new one, I would probably pay $400 for it. If that, and I don't even know what I would do with it. Try to resell it for $600. I bet if eWheels gave this to me, I couldn't sell it for $500. Maybe I could sell it for $500. All right, Begode EXN. Oh, so let's call this. It's not a. We'll go S tier is the best. A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is a. We'll give it a D. Begode EXN. This was. You could probably still win races with this. The SK Con race coming up, you might be able to win a race with a lightweight non-suspension wheel. This could be a great wheel, even still today. I'm gonna give this an A. I'm going to give this A. It's easy to do tire changes on. It is kind of dangerous. They only have one hall sensor so you got to be super careful when you're doing your tire changes. I had the EX, and that was one time I broke my ribs is because I didn't get that little tiny hall sensor plugged in correctly and sealed down perfectly, and it came out while I was riding, and I broke a rib. Yeah, but I'm going to give this an A still today. But for $2,400, no. So that kind of lowers it a bit to maybe like at this price, it's a B. I wouldn't pay more than, man. If you're a new rider and you got $1,200, that might be a good wheel for you. The Begode RS. This is what Shibby used to do his jumps on. It's a solid wheel, man. And it has a lot of torque. It was fun to ride, but I mean, I had this wheel 4 or 5 years ago. So, no, 4 years ago probably. And for $2,000, no way. I would put it for maybe $600. Sherman Max. This is our first Leaperkin wheel that's coming up on the tier list. It's $3,000. Now this will last. This will last. But for $3,000, no, this needs to be $1,500 maybe. I would put this as a tier wheel as well. Actually, if I was going to race a Sherman pick between a Sherman Max or EXN for a race, I would pick the Sherman Max. I think, although the EXN is lighter, but the Sherman Max, man, it just has more torque, and I think it would win in a race versus the EXN depending on the rider. The Begode Monster Pro. This was a good wheel, man. This was a good wheel back in the day. What is it? 20? I don't know if this was the same battery and specs as it had back in the day. Maybe it's been updated a little bit, but it was a good wheel, man. It was a Shibby actually raced this wheel too. These two wheels were Shibby wheels right here. He raced this one and he jumped this one. So, but for this price, Tim Rodriguez used to race this wheel pretty well too. I remember, yeah, this is a solid wheel. But like all the Begode, these Begode wheels, they're just the internals are not where they are today. So this would be, I'm going to put it as a B wheel, B tier wheel, along with the Sherman Max, Begode EXN. Let's call those all B tier. If the price were right, man, I still can't give them really a higher rating. I want to for the EXN, but the Sherman Max, I think I could give it A rating. But these are B because it's just safety in the long term safety. These, unless you're really good with working on wheels and taking care of them and making sure everything gets put together right. Ooh, my very first wheel, the Nikola. I want this wheel. I would buy this wheel, but it has the same problem as all the Begode wheels. And this one has a few more. Actually, I think these have this problem too. It's not easy to take this one apart. You gotta like peel the plastic off and things get damaged. It has great speakers. This was my first wheel. I love this wheel. I would buy this wheel if it was like $200. If he put it on sale for $200, I would grab that up. Oh man. And then I would be super safe with it when I would just ride it for fun every now and then, hoping I'd never have to do a tire change on it. The Kingsong 18XL. This was a super solid wheel back in the day. Oh, what did I give this? I will give this a C because it has speakers and it's fun, but yeah, it's way outdated and nobody's going to buy that for $1,800 in my opinion. If he can sell these wheels for these prices, good on him. I hope he does, but you're getting suckered in my opinion. Okay, so Kings, you're getting suckered into buying an NFT. Kingsong 18XL. This was a really solid wheel in its day. Really reliable. I think you could still get this today and be reliable for like a basic commuting wheel, but still for $1,800, man, I would pay $100 for this, or maybe even $300. Okay, $400. I would maybe pay. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay that much for it. If this went on sale for $400, I don't think I would buy it. It would have to be $200, and then I would snag it up. And then it would just stay in the box and I'd maybe try to resell it one day or give it to somebody as like a gift. That's what I think e-wheels should do with a lot of these wheels, is do like a giveaway or something. Some kind of last desperate attempt to push these wheels out to get maybe something for them. Something would be better than nothing, I think. Tesla, I had this wheel too. I love this wheel. I actually, man, was thinking about, because I sold mine before I left to a friend. And was gonna buy it back, but I was like, what am I gonna do with it, man? Like, I was gonna pay $500, which I sold it for like 2 years ago, and which, yeah, was a good price then, really good price then. Now I don't know if I would even pay for a brand new one. I don't think I would pay $500 for it. It'd be the same as the Nikola, man. Less than. I would pay more for the Nikola. I'd rather have the Nikola. Okay, so where are we at? Did we give this a C, 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 D to C for these? Emotion V10, super reliable wheel. I've never done a tire change on it, so I don't really know how hard that would be. For $1,300, man, I don't know. I think this would be a good $100 wheel. So I would put this in a D. It's just, I don't know who's going to buy this, what they're going to use it for. It's just so outdated. Kingsong 16X, super solid wheel back in the day. Same type of wheel as the Nikola, but no speakers, but I think it was a bit more reliable in the day, but less speed, just less features overall. But it was one of Kingsong's best wheels, man. This was such a great wheel in the day. V12 Pro. Oh, it's strange that the best wheel out of all these is the most affordable, right? Yeah, this is the best wheel out of all these, but it doesn't. Oh, it does have speakers, and this is the Pro version. That is a good deal overall. I'm gonna actually give that a B. This one is the best out of all of them, and it's the most affordable, which is kind of strange to me, actually. going on with the maybe maybe the Pro is more or something. Oh, there's only the high torque left, which is 6. That's a good price. That's a good price, actually. I I could almost justify, like, if you're a new rider, you could almost justify paying that. But what I would pay for it, $600. I think I would pay $600 for this wheel if I saw it on Amazon or something like that for $600. Which sometimes you see some sales for these wheels like that. You might be able to catch it for $600. Let's give that a B. This is the best wheel out of those. Okay, we know. V8F, same kind of boat as the V10, just a smaller version. Yeah, I would give it, same as the V10. Nobody's gonna buy this for $1,000. I don't think. This should be $100-$200 wheel. Help bring people into the community, get them hooked, and then maybe they'll want to buy a more expensive wheel later. That's your Hopi wheels. Begode 10 and many. I think you could justify this at that price because people will buy it for their kids. Still, even then, if you could get this down to $99, bring new people in. That's the idea. Bring new people in. That's what I feel like these wheels, all these low tier wheels, E-Wheels needs to bring new people in, and charging this price for these wheels that nobody wants. Nobody's making, no content creator is like reviewing these, you know what I mean? They're like so outdated, so old. None of them have suspension. Yeah, so it's hard. Okay, we went over those. These are just good kind of wheels for bringing people in, but the prices are insane. M10 Mini, these are kind of all the same wheel, just different size of the same wheel. So yeah, they're Begode wheels. I've never done a tire change on these. I don't know much about taking them apart. I think I had an M10 Mini. I was going to give it to my sister's kids, but then I was like, man, my sister will kill me if one of her kids get hurt. So, and plus she lives in Montana, so it's like super cold there. The batteries, I just don't think it would have been good for her. I want to bring more people in. These wheels are good wheels to bring people in. I think this one's really waterproof, but for the price, man, just $1,000. Let's give these three all a C. Okay. EX20. Only one person I know was dumb enough to buy this wheel. You got suckered into it. Like, you got suckered into buying my NFTs. Nobody got suckered into buying my NFTs. One person did. And he's my friend. And I'll probably just send him his money back. And he's got his cards too already. So he'll get the cards and his $4 back. Begode Master V2. Oh, wait. This is an F. This is our first F tier. For that price, especially, E-Wheels should just... I don't even think you should sell this to anyone for any amount of money. Like 50 cents maybe, I would buy that. Dude, I would... Okay, let's be real. $400 maybe. That would be a good price for this wheel. $400, and then you could just take the batteries off in the tire and take out the electronics. Use it for spare parts. Okay, Begode Master V2, V3. Master, man, was one of the best wheels in the time, but this is only a V2 or V3, and for that price, I've seen Masters that are V4 sell for less than this, so E-Wheels is on crack here. I don't know what E-Wheels is thinking, man. They're just hoping that somebody becomes, I don't know, something happens where we need these, like if there's some kind of world catastrophe and suddenly micromobility, maybe fossil fuels like disappear and there's only electric vehicles, and then these suddenly have value. But right now, no. Begode Hero, not many people bought this wheel, but it was a pretty good wheel. It was better than the EX20, at least in terms of looks. I mean, it's basically the same sort of wheel, but way smaller battery. Man, I would say even $680 is too much for this. Whoa, this is F. The Master, let's give it a B, but it's only a V2. That's the one that had all the cutout problems. I don't know. This is just a safety issue. I have to give this as much as I like the Master, I'm rating these on being the V2 and V3, not the V4. So I'm going to give this a D because of safety. Begode Hero, yeah, let's give it a C. But for $680, it's a C at $680 at that price. S18. I think this is still a solid wheel today. I think this wheel stands the test of time. The suspension's good. This was the first suspension wheel. This and the V11 were the first suspension wheels. And you can not see this wheels because of my camera. Oh my gosh. Oh, S18. I'll give this a B. I think you could buy this not at this price for maybe $995. If it was $995, you could probably justify buying this wheel. It is 4 years old. 5 years old maybe. This was the first suspension wheel. I'm sure it has updates. It's more reliable than ever. It's such a good wheel, but it's just a commuting wheel. That's it. You're gonna commute with it. S22, one of the biggest. I won't even say that. Probably one of the worst launches ever. I think it had the most hype and then the most let down. And it was this price initially. Now it's 2,100. I would pay, man, for S22. I don't know how much I would pay for this. I don't even know where to put this. This is a good, solid wheel. I think now that it has all the issues, I think this wheel cut out more than any other wheel in the history of EUCs and had more problems than any wheel in the history of EUCs. I think this was Electric James' his first wheel that he kind of helped design. And the design is beautiful. It was just some firmware issues and all kinds of weird random issues. And yeah, it was the worst launch ever. Yeah, so I would pay maybe $200. All right. I think all E-Wheels has to do is cut out one of these numbers. The first number usually, like, boom, $799 for a Big O T4. Yeah, that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable for a T4 Pro. Okay. So this was a C, and the Big O T4. I had a T4. I like the T4. It's not waterproof up here, I don't think. I don't know where to put this wheel. I think it would be C. Between these two, which ones, if I had to pick, if they were both the same price, let's say they were both a good price, I would probably take the S22 over it if they're both like similar in price. But I wouldn't take, man, it's so tough, man, this tier list. Because every wheel so far has been completely outdated, is completely overpriced, no interest from anybody in the community. I mean, I don't know what the emails are looking like from E-Wheels. Maybe these are selling. I don't know. I really doubt it. But Gold Master Pro, this thing was like riding a boat. Super expensive. I mean, if you buy any of these wheels, the best thing you're getting is the batteries. Those could be maybe worth something someday. But Gold Master 5,000 watt motor. Holy cow. Not the biggest motor we've encountered here in these C40 5,000 watt motor. That seems torquey, but I don't think it had much torque when I rode one. It felt like a boat, like I was driving a boat. I don't know. Maybe this is a pro version, so I didn't ride that. Maybe it's better now. But $3,899 for a wheel that nobody even knows about or cares about. That's insane. Maybe $899. There you go. I wouldn't pay even that much for it personally. But if you're a new rider and it was at that price, then even then you're probably not going to buy it. So X30. This is another amazing racing wheel. I think this wheel might actually beat me at SKCon if I'm using I need a links, but I'm going to be using my Sherman L or Patton at SKCon, and neither of those wheels is an SKCon wheel. And yeah, I'll have to battle with my Sherman L against this, and it could probably beat me. I think it has more torque, and I think it does well on the flat type of circuits because it has so much torque. It's very stable. This could beat me. But for $3,000, you could buy one of the better wheels we'll get into later. So let's give this I'll give it a B. It's a good solid racing wheel still to this day, and I still probably could lose to it, but it's not, you can't off-road with it. It's purely a kind of niche racing wheel in my opinion, but it's definitely solid. V13, I love this wheel. I always love the V13, but it's funny, Emotion thinks I hate Emotion and blah 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 blah, just because of a video I made 4 years ago hating the V12. But yeah, people try to, no, I'm not getting into that. So V13, I've seen this on sale for Amazon for $2,000, and I almost bought one because I thought at $2,000 that would be a good price, and it's sold out. So I think for $2,000, that's a good price for this wheel. $3,200, nobody's gonna pay that, I don't think. Could be wrong. Send me a receipt of somebody paying that much for this wheel. But I'll put it as a B too. I don't know what you would do with it though. Who's riding this wheel? Super niche wheel. What kind of person would ride this wheel? Commuting, maybe. It's tall. I love the feel of the tallness. I love the 22-inch tires. We haven't got a good. This is the best 22-inch wheel that we have. The Abrams was on the right direction, but no, this has suspension. The suspension is not very good. That's the weak point. Okay, let's give this a B. I like it. If it was $2,000, it sold out on Amazon for that price, so there is potential there. Extreme Bull Commander 50S. This is definitely a B tier wheel. This is a good wheel. So I raced this wheel. This was the wheel I raced in Spain on the Madrid circuit, and I got a podium with it on an asphalt circuit, and Cycle got a podium with it. It was a good wheel. It had speakers, super durable. It was the first good wheel, really good wheel by Extreme Bull, and I think it still holds up. It's not too hard to do maintenance. I will give this a B as well. It's still outdated, but it was a really good wheel, and it still is. But for this price, no way. I think a friend here got one at a really good price from Alien Rides. I don't remember what the price was, but it was super good, like $1,500 or something like that. That would be a good price for this wheel. Extreme Bull Commander Pro. What the heck? Oh, this is just not the 50s version. Same wheels. Okay, so just the lower tier because it has the crappiers. What? Why is it more money? See, this is why I think E-Wheels is on crack lately. Let me investigate this a little bit further. Okay, this has a bigger motor, so maybe that's why. But why is this one with the smaller motor specs, same battery, it doesn't have the 50S cells, more money than the one? I don't know, E-Wheels. I don't think he's even looking at his own website anymore. I think he's probably moved on to other things. I don't know what's going on there. He didn't buy any NFTs. Nobody did, so don't worry. Commander Mini is a good wheel. I think I had a bit of a viral video with it. It's basically 16-inch wheel. You could get a better 16-inch wheel like the Patton or even a V14. So it's hard to rate this high, but it's a good solid wheel for maybe $699. Whew, it would be great for that. We'll give it a C. We got to get through these quicker. S19 Pro. I love this wheel. I was thinking about buying this wheel because I want speakers, but now I just put a speaker in my backpack, so it's like whatever. Don't need a speaker on my wheels much, but I still do prefer like I love to feel the vibrations come up from my feet, from the wheel itself, instead of my backpack. But to pay this much money just for a wheel with speakers is crazy. But it is a good wheel. I would give this a B. I think King Song's worked out the kinks. I love King Song as a company. Their F22 looks pretty solid, but for this price, it's just $599 would be a great price. Great price. Emotion V14, super amazing wheel. Doesn't get much range, but that's not, you don't buy this for range. This is just a super powerful 16-inch wheel. I think it's one of the best 16-inch wheels. I would put it as the second best 16-inch wheel. Definitely, I would rank it higher than the Mini. The thing I like about the Mini is it has speakers. This does not, but it has way more power, and it has been taken care of by Emotion Updated, where this has just been the same thing. You know, no updates or anything. You know, this has got the black update now. And actually, what did they actually update on this? I don't remember. I think the suspension's a little bit better. Maybe they made the charger smaller. 86 pounds. It is a heavy 16-inch wheel. So I would get the Patton S. We're going to get to that later, which is what I have. And it's not just because I have it. I have the wheels I have for a reason, because of the ones I trust with my life the most. Let's move on to the S16 Pro. It is very similar to the S19, just a little bit smaller. It's a 16-inch tire. A little bit smaller battery, but it has I felt more torquey, I think, when I was riding this, maybe because of the smaller tire, but this has a bigger motor. Man, I don't know what I would pay for this. It has speakers, so yeah, that's valuable to me. I don't know. I'll put this, what do we put this? 19B. I should have made a chart, but it's not a big deal. Begode ET Max, man. ET Max, super. I love this wheel. This is my favorite Begode wheel to date. I rode the X-Way for a few minutes, and the one I rode was a pre-production, which was just junk. It was absolute. I don't know how Doug raced that so well. He is an amazing racer, that's why. If they gave him a solid wheel, man. And he likes the X-Way, and maybe it's been updated now. But the one he had, it was making, it was garbage, man. The ET Max is still today my favorite wheel from Begode, and I feel like it's reliable, and that's because they're copying the Lynx a little bit. It's reliable, not much room for the pads, but it comes with one of the best tires ever put on. This tire, I would actually use this as a racing tire. I would put this on my Sherman. I think it's a 90/90 tire too. This is a great wheel. I love this wheel. I'm going to put this as an A-tier wheel. It could be an S-tier wheel as well. This could be Begode's only AA/S. It's like A+, S-. I will actually give this a S. I'm going to give this a solid S. I got beat by this wheel. Zach rides this wheel so well, man. He rides this wheel so well. But the only reason I can't give it a super strong S, it's like S-, A+, is you can't really off-road with this wheel. Whereas this S-tier wheel here has won more podiums than any wheel in the history of electric unicycle racing. more podiums than any. It has many viral videos. My video where I was racing it went viral. It is the best wheel for off-roading. It is the best wheel for racing in general. It doesn't have the high top speed of the ET Max. This could go a little bit faster, maybe 5 miles per hour faster. And it has a bigger tire. This has space for a bigger tire. My only complaint with this Lynx, but now there's like you can buy an adapter. I think pretty cheap. Don't buy it from Top Spam. Buy it from. There's other people that sell the adapter for a lot cheaper. They were selling it for like $600, and all it does is space it out so you can put it on a bigger tire. Because that's my one complaint, is that you can't put the 99 tire on it. That's why I bought my Sherman L instead of a Lynx, is because I could put the 99 tire on the Sherman L. But I would still prefer the Lynx. I would trade my Sherman L right now for a Lynx plus a few bucks. Like maybe I would trade it straight across for a newer Lynx. That's like low mileage. I don't know. But if you have a Lynx with a fast charger, you don't need a Sherman L. Unless you want to ride continuously straight. The Sherman L is not the best racing wheel. If I had the Lynx, I think I could get a podium in Skate Con. It's going to be hard with the Sherman L and Patton. They're just not the right racing wheels. The V11Y, I wrote it briefly, and it was okay. It just didn't feel like there was just Motion doesn't know how to update wheel. I don't know what to say. This is just a V11 really, but it felt worse to me than the V11. The top came up weird. It was just a weird wheel. I don't think anybody has this wheel. Any content creator has this wheel or likes this wheel. So I'm gonna give it a D. So we got our S tier wheels here. The first two S tier wheels. This is like a D. But Goat Extreme. I think this is another top tier 16-inch wheel. I will give this. What do we give the V14? An A? I think this is an A too. But I would, if you ask me which one I'd want, I'd take the V14 between these two. What is the price? Ooh, but this is way. That changes things. I wouldn't pay this price for either of these. But if you are at the point where you're gonna buy one of these two wheels, this is a way better price. So I would prefer this at this price to the V14. I would take this. If I might as well just pay. You get $700 less, wait, $500 less, something like that, for basically the same wheel. This has actually the same size battery. It's 50S cells, a little bit smaller motor, but you're not going to notice it too much. This has too much torque almost for a 16-inch wheel. There's like a limit to how much torque you need on these wheels. Like you can only get so much torque out of a 16-inch wheel, and yeah, it's not. This is a good wheel for that price. I'll give these both A's. All right, Bigot T4 Max. I've not ridden this wheel. 3,000 watt motor. I've never seen a content creator with this wheel, or anybody. I've never seen a review for this wheel. I don't know. But it's just. Let's see. Let's actually look at it a little bit in depth. Manual controller for cooler operation. So this kind of devalues the old T4s. Buy one of the old T4s when you can get this one that's new upgraded controller for cooler operation. So what this is telling me, the older T4s have some heat issues, higher current limit, and field weakening. More powerful motor. Okay, so is it even available? It's in stock. Probably a bunch of them are in stock. Probably I would be surprised if any of those have sold. All right, but Gold Blitz. This is a good wheel. This would be an Skate. This could be an Skate Con winner. I think Roger, if he comes to Skate Con with this wheel, he could probably get a podium with this wheel. I could be wrong too. I don't know, but I think this is a tier wheel for right now, not for that price. Maybe for $1,099 could justify getting this amazing race wheel for tighter circuits. And Roger got a podium at TEF1 with this wheel. His is a bit upgraded. I don't know what he did to it exactly. He told me it was upgraded. I don't know what exactly that entails, but probably the suspension maybe and some other things. But yeah, for this price, go to Blitz. I'll give it an A. But go to X-Way. Like I said, the one I rid was not very good, but a lot of people love it. It's been getting, well, the podiums it's got were in China, where I think all you could do was race Bigot wheels, so it wasn't up against like the Lynx or anything. Maybe at that Hammer race, I think maybe it got first place at Hammer race. Off-roading. So yeah, this is a solid wheel. I'm going to give this a same thing as the ET Max, but I would personally prefer the ET Max. But this is a little bit lighter. let's give it the same as the ET Max. It's a plus, S minus, all right? But Gold's two best wheels here. And even the Blitz is solid. Nosfet Apex. Nosfet Apex. I've just not seen too many good things about this wheel in New York. They're like, hey, it's a good wheel if you remove the suspension. It's like, oh, man. I always thought the suspension was going to be bad, but, man. Now, this could win SkateCon because it could put a big tire on it, take off the suspension, and it could win SkateCon. Like, this could be... I want to give this a B for right now because it just buy a Lynx, man. Just buy a Lynx if you're going to invest that much into a wheel. And I've heard that these wheels have, like, zero margin. Like, if you're selling one of these wheels as a dealer, you're almost losing money. So that kind of lowers the tier as well, because as a company, you need to make some profits, right? You can't just be giving these wheels away for free. And that's kind of what they have to do at this point, especially with these crappy wheels. Just give them away for free, try to bring people in. The Apex, though, is a brand new wheel. It's the newer wheels. I haven't ridden it yet, but I just haven't heard, like, great things. I mean, and Electric Dreams is putting a lot of love into it and a lot of bribes into it, so a lot of people are getting this wheel for free, and so it's hard to really know what honest opinions are. A lot of people are kissing his butt, so to speak, because they want the arrow. He's giving out free wheels. When someone's giving out free wheels, you're going to kiss their butt a little bit. All right, so that's what's going on there. So it's hard to really get an honest review on this one. Yes, let's just put it for a B right now because I just don't know. And when I play with one for a while, I just think you can invest your money in either the X-Way, the Blitz, the Veteran Sherman L. All right, this is the wheel I have as well. Fits the 99 tire. This is a S tier wheel for just even racing. It has one podiums, but you could downgrade to a Lynx and you're getting the same thing. Has more power. It doesn't have anything more, except this has more battery. But the Lynx, when you shave off the weight, you just accelerate faster. You corner better. It doesn't wear out your legs as fast. But if you're a bigger dude, then you probably have no problem. I love the Shimano. Great wheel. It's just too heavy when you could buy the Lynx. I would put this as an A+. It is an S tier wheel because it is a Lynx bigger. But like the Lynx, I feel like you just buy a Lynx with a fast charger and you're good, unless you need long continuous range. Then it's a S tier for sure. For this price though, all these it's still just too high of a price, but at least you're getting something for that price that will last, that is amazing build quality. Like if someone bought this for this price right now, you're getting an investment. You're getting something that's last. This wheel will last. We're at a point right now where we're at peak. No EUC dealer has made anything better than this wheel right now in terms of long range, power. There's nothing better than this wheel right now. So it kind of has to be rated as S tier just because there's nothing better that your money can be spent on right now. If you bought this right now, I wouldn't say you're getting scammed. If you bought some of these other wheels, you're getting scammed. You're buying my NFTs, right? At least my NFTs are only $4, man. Not thousands of dollars, but this is a justifiable purchase that's going to last you a long time. But Goat Panther, I saw Law riding this recently. And it's like, oh, you're like tipping over. It looks so tall and tippy. This needs 100. It needs 190 tire, like, so that you're not like tipping over. These EUC manufacturers. I like that word actually. They just don't understand wheels, and they give it to us, and people kiss their butt and don't like tell them the truth that it's too tippy, man. And even some of these wheels are too tippy. Like you need a thicker tire to prevent the tippiness. And for that price, just go right here. Just go right here, and you're getting the best piece of kit ever made in the history of humanity, EUCs, right there, for the same price as this piece of, I don't know. I mean, this is probably super fast if you just want a straight line speed and a huge battery, right? Yeah, bigger battery. So it does have a bigger battery, bigger motor. But it's just the agility that gets me, and the narrow tire doesn't work on these tall wheels. But man, how fast does this go? 60 miles per hour plus. It's funny that this wheel's out and people are reviewing it, but you don't see them going fast on it because people are scared now, man. Content creators are scared. I'm scared. I've broken so many bows. We're on the front line. But please give this wheel to somebody that go fast on it. I don't even want to review it because it's too tippy. I would have to be honest, and it's just gonna make Bagoat hate me more. Bagoat M10, 13. I don't know anything about this wheel. It just seems like the other ones below, the ones we were looking at below. So we're just gonna skip that. So Begode Falcon, I rode this quite a bit. I like this wheel. It's a good little wheel. Like if you just need a little good wheel, but for that price, maybe for $600, that'd be good. I like this wheel though. It's a nice small wheel, but there's cooler wheels coming up. King Song F22. I wanted this one because it had speakers, right? Ooh, tubeless tire, Bluetooth speakers. Oh, that's the only reason I want this. But what's the top speed? It says 60 miles per hour, but I thought Ronan reviewed it and said, I don't remember. I thought it was slower than this. But if it goes 60 miles per hour, then hey, 105 pounds. So long as this is reliable, I'm kind of on the wait and see on this. It could be a potential competitor. Wait. No. Yeah, it's just a little bit smaller battery. Well, no, it's quite a bit smaller. Oh, wow, it's quite a bit smaller. So, yeah, you're... Oh, but it's $1,000 cheaper. Oh, okay. I thought it was the same price. I thought it was before. Ooh, wow, that makes more... This is a compelling wheel. What's the weight difference? This is a 102. This is the same weight? Oh, this is heavier. Oof. What the hell? This has 900 watt less battery. That's like 10 pounds right there. So engineering wise, I think King Song, maybe they're using more solid parts or something, but this is a piece of kit, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. Whew. But this has speakers, so hey, and these pedals look interesting. Veteran patent. This is a plus tier wheel. It is, as far as the 16-inch wheels, it's a S tier, but I would prefer a Lynx to this. I just feel like the Lynx. I have seen a patent, just the patent, not the S. I have seen a patent. The race where I broke my shoulder, patent got first place. Peter from Portugal got first place on this patent, beating the best riders on the Lynxes. So for off-road type of smaller circuit where there's a lot of curves and a lot of drifting, this patent S becomes S tier. Extreme Bull Rocket. For this, let's talk about price. I think you could justify spending that much. How much were the other ones? The other 16-inch wheels. I think the V14's more, so this puts it in a better spot. And then the Extreme was $400 cheaper, let's just say. So I would still prefer this to the Extreme. It's gonna last. It's gonna hold up. My S is amazing. I love it. The tire is the only kind of weak point on it. I would prefer the old knobby tire they used to use. But it's not bad, man. Off-roading this tire actually is not my favorite either. It doesn't grip as well. It's actually not bad on the asphalt, but it's kind of a tippy tire too. But I love this wheel. The suspension kind of balances out the tippiness. Extreme Bull Rocket. This is a sweet wheel. I was watching E-Rides ride this wheel, and it looks super. I love the. They're finally figuring out that thicker tires have a use case. The Z10 was an amazing wheel back in the day. It had a freaking thick tire, and I think for racing, like on a small circuit with the power, it's only 2,000 watt motor. With the power this has, it could be a small little race wheel. How much does it weigh? Oops. 62 pounds. Oh, that's pretty heavy for a little wheel, actually. How much does a patent S weigh? If this weighs, oh, okay, this is quite a bit heavier. Okay, so this is a bigger battery, though, a lot bigger battery. Almost 700 more, a little bit more. This is a bigger motor. I would just get the patent. Aero, though, this is compelling because it just looks good, man. But yeah, this is Electric James, man. He understands design. If this wheel looks like this and functions well and doesn't have any issues, I would put this as S tier wheel just based off the looks alone. As long as it performs, doesn't have any issues, it's always scary to get a new wheel. 55 pounds. Man, this is just a beautiful wheel, and yeah, we're gonna put in an S V9. Oh wait, it's only $1,200 for a brand new wheel suspension. Okay, I haven't ridden this wheel, but for a beginner wheel that's brand new and updated, it doesn't look good or anything. But yeah, based off the looks are like a C tier, D tier, F tier for the looks, but not an F tier. The EX20S is the F tier for the looks. But for the price, man, I didn't realize this is a good bargain, man. It's in stock. I don't think this needs a price cut or anything. That seems like a great wheel to get people in as suspension. This seems like an S tier or at least an A tier. If it looked better, I'd give it an S tier. But like, wow. Well, okay. I did not realize that was a good price. All right, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this very quick tier list. Let's go through Alien Rides. They have the worst website, man. It's like, if you have a cool name like Alien Rides and you had the coolest YouTube channel in the world back in the day that you don't make videos for, and you gotta have at least a cooler website. Guys, look at my website, Alien Rides. Come on, look at how freaking cool. Imagine if you did some cool wheel stuff or something like that, and you have this cool carousel thing where I don't know. This website sucks, but I've not been hearing great things about Alien Rides. I don't know if they'll survive the year. I don't know. They don't have anything that E-Wheels doesn't have. The Griffin. Oh, the Griffin. Oh, okay. I saw this at TEF1. Somebody was who was racing it? Was Rockabye racing this wheel? I forgot who was racing this wheel. Someone from Alien Rides was racing this wheel, and they loved it, but it broke down on the race, and they couldn't continue the race. So, I don't know. I have to say F tier. I think the actual idea of the wheel is great. It could be like a tier wheel, but the one I saw broke down, so, and they couldn't even continue in the race, and they were doing well, so that sucks. Panther, do they have anything that E-Wheels doesn't have besides the Griffin? No. And their just website seems so boring, and like, are they still in business? They do some good sells. That's what I love about Alien Rides. They will, every now and then you can get an insane deal on a wheel, but they haven't innovated in any sort of way. Commander GT, okay. I used to have this. Well, I love it. It's like a slightly bigger mini. Oh, and they got this one, the Commander GT. I saw people racing this. Maribel raced this, and she did amazing. And I was having trouble keeping up with her. Yeah, this is a good wheel for the price, but it's so ugly and blocky. Nobody's gonna buy it. Unless it drops to like $1,500 maybe. Commander GT, yeah. Oh, these are both like C tier wheels now. They're both been outdated. The suspension's not good. I mean, it's good, but I don't know. It just doesn't compare to, for $3,000 you could get a Patton S or something. I know it's a slightly smaller tire, but does the Alien Rides have anything else going for them? Oh, okay. This is probably where they're making their money now. The smart companies are starting to switch to e-bikes and e-motorcycles, and that's smart. But still, their website's just so lame, man. It's weird that a content creator who made cool thumbnails and cool videos just has the worst website in the business. Guys, I made this website, and well, it actually took me a long time because it has like third web stuff in it and wallet connections and all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna connect my wallet here, but but still, come on. I'm not making any money, and I built a better website than these guys. Electric scooters, they're probably making more money on these nowadays. I don't know anything about it. Okay, we finished our tier list, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I being too harsh? Is there any hope of these wheels selling? I know if you have one of those wheels, great. You bought it in a time when this was a 40-minute video. Holy cow. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.